So I've been told that I think a lot, like way too much. Like I'm signing up to go to therapy right now because I overthink so much. And I'm starting to think that there's gotta be better ways to go about all these thoughts up in here without just overloading my friends all the time. Because I think that's what I usually do, you know? I'll have a problem and then I'll go to a friend and then I'll go to another friend and then I'll go to another friend with the same problem and ask each of them for opinions or just to listen. And then most of the time, I've gathered a group of friends that are in their own little ways psychoanalysts with their own little life experiences. And it's really helpful. And it's really fun. And it's really, in a lot of ways, helpful for me to have them talking to me all the time. But I also think it's really draining to give someone else, namely me, your emotional energy all the time. So, yeah, I've signed up for therapy and decided, hey, there's something else I could probably do too, which is video journals. I could try to share what I think about and how I think about things online too, because I think in a lot of ways there's probably other people out there who think the same way I do, namely just the overthinking part, or maybe in a similar situation, or, just bored and want someone to talk to directly or indirectly. So, one of the big things I've been dealing with recently is restlessness. I'm someone who's usually super driven. I have, in a lot of ways, not a clear path, but like an idea of where I want to go. I have put in a lot of work and a lot of time and effort in doing what I want to do, but now I find, especially with COVID, if I'm just sitting at home, I have such a deep sense of restlessness of like, oh wow, I should really be applying my time to something else, or like, if I have the spare time, hopefully I can be spending it with other people. I used to identify as an introvert. Currently, maybe because of quarantine, you know what, when you want what you can't have, I'm full on extrovert. In the Myers-Briggs, it used to be like 49% extrovert, 51% introvert. Now it's probably like 80% extrovert, 20% introvert. And it is kind of a rough feeling. I'm really sorry to all those extroverts out there that have been extroverts your whole life. I don't know how you lasted your whole life wanting to enjoy the company of just yourself, other than, or just, I hope you get to experience the joy of your own company and just your own company at some point in time, because right now I'm an extrovert and the feeling of loneliness during COVID is insane. I don't help. Back to restlessness. So the way I kind of identify restlessness is when I come home and it's not quite anxiety, but there is this like flutter in my heart of just like what I could be doing something else, I could be working and then you can't quite relax even though you really want to. So I might come home and I want to watch anime, or like I want to draw or journal, but I can't fully disconnect from the outside world. There's always something that's worrying me that I wish I could apply an immediate solution to, but I can't. And a lot of the time that gets to me. I think that I can't specifically do anything about these problems that I see, and that's where the overthinking comes in. Because overthinking is essentially just your mind replaying a scenario so that you can solve it, at least imaginarily, at least within yourself. But at the same time, I don't know whose quote this is. Someone said it. Some old wise man probably said, overthinking isn't allowing you to solve problems. It's allowing you to have to go through the same rough problem over and over and over and over again. And I really do see that happening with the things that I'm overthinking about recently. And I really want to get out of this pattern. So a few of the things that I try to do instead would be like journaling, or talking to friends and deciding on an outcome, or mindful meditation. So none of these have worked yet. And I'm not sure to what degree it's just that I need to establish these habits for a longer period of time. For me, it's been maybe, I used to meditate and then I got back into it recently. So it's been about a week for meditation. And I know that to establish a habit, you probably want it to be like a couple months before you can really call it a habit. Journaling, it's also been off and on, but like a lot less off, I'd say. Like maybe every other week I will continue to do it every day. Yeah, I don't know. But maybe this video journal will help a little bit too. Maybe I'll be able to play it back to myself in a way. I'll be having a conversation with myself and that can substitute for therapy until I start it 2 weeks from now. I don't have a watch. It started as an ironic habit to check the time when someone else asked me what time it was, or like how long something would take, and be like, oh, I don't know, just let me check my imaginary watch. And now I do it unironically. Now I just check my imaginary watch all the time. But, meh. I really hope that I can get over this feeling of restlessness. I also understand that I should have compassion for myself and not really hate the fact that I'm this way, not really hate the fact that I feel like I'm wasting time when I'm feeling restless. And I wonder if self-love is really the answer to this then. Maybe it's just that I need to be more accepting that you don't always have to be on, you don't always have to be working on something. You can just be in the moment a lot of the time. And I know I'm a Cancer. Living moment to moment is incredibly difficult for me. Incredibly difficult. I don't know what moments are connected to each other if the rest of the world hasn't figured that out yet. So to just live in like one moment to the next moment is kind of difficult when you like really have high anxiety and want to be able to make sure that you're safe, as safe as you can. And I think that's biological too. I think evolutionarily it makes a lot of sense for us to have anxiety. You just want to be prepared so you're not going to die. In this case, I'm obviously not going to die. I'm in a very comfortable room, very aesthetic and cute room, in my personal opinion. But the anxiety is still there. There's no lion that's going to kill me immediately. But maybe I could do stuff for my career that will make sure that I have enough money later on to, I don't know, support my bad anime habit or something like that. I don't know. But we'll just have to find that out, won't we? Sorry, this is all over the place. I tried my best. Maybe I'll come up with some definitive solutions and then film that too. We'll see.